What's up guys, AD here back with another Destiny Child video here on the channel, and in today's video everyone we are going to be overviewing the skill revision for Midsummer Anemone. Now she did receive a buff with her Ragna break event, and I'll be discussing it with you all in today's video to see the changes and how well she does scale with ignition as well as her uncaps. But before we get started, make sure to leave a like on this video as well as make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so already, as well as check out channel memberships down below if you're interested. But with all of that out of the way, let's get started here with Midsummer Anemone. Now she was pretty low tier before her buffs, but now as you guys had seen in our tier list overview of Saturn's recent tier list, she is now top tier. So there she is on screen. Now before we overview her, I'll give you all the quick answer. Yes, this unit is definitely worth investing into now, as she is very top tier and versatile for all areas of Destiny Child. Now she is very useful in Devil Rumble, Endless Duel, Ragna Break, Ragna Burst, World Boss, etc. So definitely a very flexible unit and very beginner friendly, which is why I did advise you all to choose her from the Raid Boss select box. So hopefully you guys did manage to choose her, and her ignition is pretty good as well, as it does scale very nicely. So with the quick answer out of the way, let's overview the skill set here of Midsummer Anemone. As for the tap skill here, service time at rank 1 stats here, of course, deal 387 damage, heal 382 HP for 2 allies, lowest HP, and grants nullified debuffs, cancelled after 10 seconds or upon receiving 1 debuff attacks to 2 allies, priority debuffed. As for the slide skill here, Judgment, dealing 660 damage, grant skill gauge charge amount plus 36.5% and attack plus 26% for 14 seconds, and Invincible, ignores all attacks and debuffs removed after 16 seconds or when attacked 1 time to 2 allies, highest attack. As for the drive skill here, Quick Trinity, dealing 1,733 damage to 3 random enemies, healing 1,432 HP for 2 allies, priority lowest HP, skill gauge charge speed plus 45% for 2 allies, priority highest attack for 20 seconds long. As for the leader buff here, skill gauge charge amount plus 20% for water type allies. So as you can see, the significant skills here would definitely be this tap skill as well as the slide skill. Now in Ragna Burst, I am running her on slide tap tap, and this tap skill has been so amazing for the heal as well as the nullified debuffs here, which is very strong here even at pre-ignition, as she does apply it to 2 allies. So an amazing tap skill here, definitely very strong, as she does heal as well as nullifies debuffs on her tap skill, which you won't really get anywhere else. As well as the slide skill here, she does have skill gauge charge amounts plus a certain percentage, and of course attack plus, which is very amazing as she is very flexible to any type of attacker, as her slide skill isn't tied to water type allies. And of course for the second portion here, she does have Invincible, which ignores all attacks and debuffs removed after 16 seconds or when attacked 1 time, and this is applied to 2 allies, highest attack on the slide skill for rank 1 stats. As for the drive skill, it's pretty good here as well, but you probably won't use it too often unless you are in a tough situation. She does heal here for 2 allies, as well as skill gauge charge speed plus a certain percentage for 2 allies for 20 seconds long, of course prioritizing the highest attack. So overall a very flexible skill set here. As you guys can see, she does have the heal as well as the nullified debuffs on the tap skill. As for the slide skill here, she does it all. She has skill gauge charge amount plus, attack plus, as well as Invincible, which allows your units to ignore all attacks and debuffs, which is very amazing, and it has been very helpful for myself in this season's Ragna Burst. So an amazing skill set here at base stats, and let's check her out at the +6 status to see how her skills do scale. Now as you can see on the tap skill, service time, it does scale to healing 740 HP, which is amazing. The heal does scale very well here on a tap skill for 2 allies still, of course, as this isn't the ignition buff. And moving on to the slide skill here, she does have her skill gauge charge amount plus 74.5% here at +6 stats, as well as attack plus 55.4%. As for the drive skill here, the healing does does go up to 1501, which is a pretty significant increase as well. So as you can see, big buffs to the tap and slide skill here, as you do unlock additional uncaps for her, which is why I did suggest you guys to pick her from the raid boss select box. So hopefully you guys did manage to pick up a few copies of Anemone, as this unit is very flexible if you couldn't tell already. So very strong increases here when you do manage to obtain her uncaps. The heal here on the tap skill, as well as the additional percentages on the slide skill, will be significant for any area of Destiny Child. As for the ignited skill set here of Anemone, she does scale very well here. As you can see on the tap skill, she does have healing 964 HP here after being ignited, and now this is applied for 3 allies, which is amazing. And of course, the nullified debuffs here is also applied to 3 allies, which is very strong here for a tap skill. Very helpful in these difficult areas of Destiny Child. So definitely a great increase here on the tap skill after being ignited here. As for the slide skill here, I would say it's significant as well, as the skill gauge charge amount does scale to 3 allies now upon fully ignited. And of course, the attack plus does scale to 2 turns, which is amazing, as this unit can now flex to the world boss trial, as of course turns do last significantly longer in the world boss trial events here. So you'll definitely want to take advantage of her in the world boss trial if you do have a slot available for her. Definitely for the newer players, you'll want to make sure to slot Anemone in, but for those higher ranked players, you may not have a slot for her, as of course you should have a pretty set core for the world boss trial at this point. But definitely for the newer players and maybe even the intermediate players, definitely make sure to slot Anemone in for the world boss trial events, as of course this increase here on the slide skill, even at pre-ignition status, is very strong. As well as the invincible, which does happen to ignore all attacks and debuffs, does scale to when attacked 2 times now. So instead of being attacked once and it being removed, now you do need to be attacked twice. As for the drive skill here, of course the heal does scale to 1867 HP healing for 3 allies now here on the drive skill, as well as skill gauge charge speed plus 60% for 3 allies. So as you can see, most of the allies scalings does go from 2 to 3, as well as the very significant increase here on the slide skills attack buff scaling to 2 turns, and the invincible scaling here to being removed when attacked twice. So overall, a very amazing skill set and skill revision here for Midsummer Anemone. I would definitely recommend you all to pick this unit from your Ragna break select boxes, and of course make sure to invest into her. She's a great option now for any area of the global version and is very versatile. Definitely for the newer players, you'll want to get your hands onto this character, as she will be very helpful in your early game journey, and of course will be even more of an impact in the late game when you do manage to ignite this character. She's also a great substitute for a unit like Thisbe. Some teams are actually swapping out Thisbe in their Devil Rumble rosters for this character, as of course her slide and tap skill are more significant, and the invincible pretty much does the job just fine here compared to immortality. As for my ratings of this character now, I would definitely rank her, I would say, in between an 8 to 10 for all areas of the game. It really just depends if you do happen to need her in the world boss trial or not, if you do have a unit available that is better than her for Ragna break or Ragna burst, but definitely an 8 to 10 for all areas of the game. As I said, a very versatile unit. She doesn't have any restrictions, locking her to water type only. So a very amazing skill revision here, and hopefully you guys take note of this and start to use this character more often. But anyways everyone, that'll pretty much do it for the skill revision overview here for Midsummer Anemone. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you guys do think of this character now, and overall if you guys are going to be using her or even igniting her, as I personally did manage to ignite her and she has been a very amazing investment. So I'm definitely very happy with this new skill set of Anemone. But before you go everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video, as well as make sure to subscribe to the channel, and of course check out channel memberships down below if you're interested in channel perks, as well as some cute emotes for the comments. But anyways everyone, with all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.